If you suffer from chronic pain, listen up. I think you guys know by now that I am a total fitness fanatic and always looking for ways to improve my health. That's when I discovered a turmeric supplement called Golden Revive Plus. After taking it for just a few weeks, I started to feel relief in places, quite frankly, I didn't even know I had pain. This stuff is incredible for reducing pain in your knees, back, hips, elbows, hands, or feet, and I wanted to share it with as many people as possible. That's why I'm recommending it on my podcast with a special discount just for the Right View listeners until August 31st. You can get 30% off your first order of Golden Revive Plus. Just head over to goldenrevive.com and use promo code Trump at checkout. Over 300,000 Americans just like you are already using Golden Revive Plus to get and stay pain-free. Again, head over to goldenrevive.com and use promo code Trump at checkout for 30% off your first order. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Lara Trump Wanted for Questioning. Do you like our Miami vibes behind me? It's pretty cool, right? I'm sure you have a lot of questions. This is the week of the DNC. This is the week of the smoke and mirrors. As always, I have a lot of questions, but I'm here for yours. Let's go. Question number one. Okay, question number one. Can you use Boy George's song Karma Chameleon? But I see what you did there. Comma, chameleon. Yeah, well, that's Kamala Harris. That's exactly right. You know, you're not the first who has suggested this to me. Believe it or not, I've heard this one before. Here's the thing with Kamala Harris. She'll be whatever you want her to be. And you know how I know? Look at that speech she did on Friday, the economic speech in Raleigh, North Carolina, where she went full-blown communist. Either she's fully ripped off Donald Trump's ideas like no tax on tips, or she's going full-blown communist, and maybe she knows it, maybe she doesn't, but here's what she will do. She'll read whatever you put on that teleprompter, because either someone on her team wrote price gauging instead of price gouging, or she misread it and she thought it said gauging and didn't really know the word gouging. Either way, this is a person who is now advocating for price fixing, which was a disaster for our country in the 1970s, which has ruined countries like Venezuela, communist USSR. Just go back and look at countries where this has actually been attempted and implemented. It's horrifying that we're even in a place where we have someone running for president who would suggest these things. But if you go back and look at what Kamala Harris did in San Francisco, for example, when she was the DA there. What did she do? Oh, she put people in jail, lots of people in jail for marijuana offenses. And then you fast forward to when she's trying to be cool and run for president in 2019, and she goes on a radio show and she laughs about whether or not she smoked marijuana. Don't worry though, she could lock anybody up a couple of years ago. Likewise, look at the Summer of Love riots, and I'll put that in air quotes. Remember that? Remember whenever Minneapolis was being burned to the ground and Kamala Harris was sending out tweets to suggest that people donate to bail the people out of jail who had burned Minneapolis to the ground, destroyed small businesses, absolutely decimated police precincts in Minneapolis and federal buildings. What is that? So which one is it, Kamala? So comma, chameleon. Yeah, that's exactly Kamala Harris. And she'll continue to do that, folks. Look out for the next, what do we have, 76 days, 75 days now until the election. This is a person who will do anything to get your vote. She will lie to you. They continue to lie about Donald Trump. They continue to lie about Project 2025. We've talked about it right here on this show. Donald Trump has said it has nothing to do with him. He's denounced it. RNC, Trump campaign. We have nothing to do with this, and it actually has nothing to do with Donald Trump or what he wants to do for this country. Yet they continue to go out on stages everywhere they can go and say, this is Donald Trump's plan, Project 2025. She knows it's a lie. She doesn't care. They lie about Donald Trump's abortion stance. Donald Trump said, hey, all I did was I made sure that I nominated 3 great Supreme Court justices who believe in the United States Constitution. They sent Roe v. Wade out, and they said that abortion goes back to the states. What are they doing whenever they get on a stage, Kamala Harris and Tim Walz? They're telling you Donald Trump wants a federal abortion ban. That's a lie. He said, no, the most democratic thing possible is for it to be decided state by state, and that's where we are. This is a woman who will change her stripes the second she thinks it can get her an extra vote. So do not be fooled by her. And yes, I agree with you. I think that is a great song. to describe Kamala Harris. Okay, next question. Hi, Lara. After we vote, is it possible to send a text to you or President Trump? It will show him exactly how many people voted for him. I love this idea. I'll tell you what you can do. You can post it online. You can tweet or X at us, however you say it, at me, at Team Trump, at GOP, at Real Donald Trump, and we'll see it out there, and we'll make sure that we know you voted. Here's what's important about this election. We need all hands on deck. We cannot have a communist in the White House. We cannot allow the Democrats to thwart the will of the American people the way they've already done, kicking old Joe out, putting him on stage at nearly midnight. Bless his little heart. I mean, that must have been a tough one for him to pull off. Then they sent him on his way. They sent him packing. They're done with Joe Biden. Plugged Kamala Harris right in, coronated her. She's their nominee. We can't allow these people to get away with this. This is insane. This is not how our country is supposed to work. So we need every single person out there to take this election seriously. Make sure you know about registering to vote. Make sure you're registered. Make sure you are early voting or doing a mail ballot or voting on election day. You need to make a plan, and whatever that plan is, stick with it. SwampTheVoteUSA.com is our website. You go there and you can identify exactly what you need to do in your area. It'll tell you early voting. It'll tell you registration deadlines, mail-in ballot deadlines, timeframes around election day and polling locations in your area. SwampTheVoteUSA.com. Please go there. Please learn what you need to do. If you need to register or help your friends register, send them that website as well. And then we want you to get involved more in the process. If you want to come be part of our election integrity team, protectthevote.com. That's the website for that. We need all eyes on every time a vote is cast and counted. We need people in the room. We need legal experts. If you're a lawyer out there, please come join us, protectthevote.com. Or in addition, we would love you to be part of our team that is going to get Donald Trump the most votes of any president and candidate in the history of this country. It's how he won the most primary votes in the history of this country. TrumpForce47.com. Go there and be on the team. We'll send you registered Republicans or people who have voted Republican in the past in your area. They may not have been active the past several election cycles. That's where you come in. We identify them. We give you their information. You go out there and you say, hey, I need you to get out to the polls. I need you to go vote early. And that's how we're going to win this election. If we have enough people out there on the team, boots on the ground, knocking doors in the community, talking to people you probably already see at your kid's school, at the grocery store, at church. These are the people we need to get out and get mobilized to the polls to make sure Donald Trump wins this election. So yeah, send us an X, or if that's how you say it, a tweet. I don't even know what they say. Send us a Truth Social post as well. We'll see it, and we would love to know that you have cast your ballot for Donald J. Trump.
We've all seen how quickly life can change. The outcome of a single event can impact our entire nation. Now more than ever, it is critical to be prepared. Do not wait until it's too late. Protect your family with ReadyWise emergency food. With ReadyWise emergency food, you're covered not just for the worst, but for anything that life throws your way. Enjoy peace of mind knowing you have delicious, nutritious meals ready when your family needs them. ReadyWise has a huge selection of freeze-dried meals from breakfast to pasta dishes. You can be assured that your food will be good to eat when you need it with their 25-year shelf life. ReadyWise is an American company that cares about its fellow citizens, you, and is committed to your safety. Visit ReadyWise.com and use promo code Trump20 at checkout for 20% off any regular priced items. That's ReadyWise.com, promo code Trump20. You've asked and MyPillow listened. They're finally bringing you the most requested offer ever. Right now, you can get the queen size premium MyPillow for only $19.98. MyPillow is made with patented adjustable fill, and it adjusts to your exact individual needs regardless of your sleep position. It helps keep your neck aligned and holds its shape all night long so you get the best sleep of your life. But that's not all. Get their 6-piece kitchen or bath towel sets for only $25, the brand new mattress topper for as low as $69.98, and their famous MyPillow bed sheets for as low as $25, and so much more. Go to MyPillow.com or call 800-624-3945 and use promo code TRUMP
to get huge discounts on all MyPillow products, including the premium queen size MyPillow, only $19.98. That's the lowest price ever. Don't delay, order today, and use promo code Trump.
Okay. Next question. What's one thing you've been procrastinating on and can't finish? Honestly, you know what happens is these kids grow out of clothes, and if I'm being really honest, we spent our summer in New York, and then we came back down to Florida with, I think I gave myself a whole 2 days. Yeah, nice 48-hour span of time before school started. That probably wasn't adequate enough, if I'm really being honest. And you may have noticed we've got a lot of other things going on, like, trying to win an election here. So I've got a lot of clothes in my kids' drawers and closets that don't fit them anymore. You know, some of these are like the uniform clothes for school that I got to get out of there. Every time I go to put, especially Carolina, there's a shirt. Actually, this morning I put on her and I was like, oh, this is not, it's not going to work. I got to put it in a pile on the side. I got to go through these kids' clothes. But like many parents out there, who's got time for this? When am I doing this? Every time at night that I finally get done with whatever it is I have had to do throughout the course of the day, dealing with, being the co-chair of the RNC, doing a podcast, having 2 kids, a husband, dogs, the whole thing, once I take care of everybody, do you think I want to go through anybody's closet? Do you think I want to go through anybody's drawers? I should probably do it for myself. Because gosh, what a great feeling that is to get all that stuff circulated out of there, give it to people who might be able to use it. Been really procrastinating that one, and I'm going to go ahead and make a guess that I will be procrastinating that one maybe until, I don't know, November 6th, at least, of this year. Do not look for me to be cleaning out any drawers or closets anytime soon. Sorry, kids. We'll have to just figure it out as the day goes by. Okay. Predictions for the last night of the DNC. How's everybody been enjoying the DNC? Have you been tuning in? I got to be really honest. It is almost unwatchable. Actually, Eric and I last night were attempting to watch, and he finally looked at me and he goes, I can't stomach this anymore. We got to turn this off. This is awful. It's terrible to see everybody when Doug Emhoff is on stage talking about how Kamala Harris called her stepdaughter and people are like in tears over it. Okay, wow. Congratulations, guys. We did it, Joe. The whole thing is terrible. And here's the sad part, is there is an opportunity here, like you saw at our convention, at the Republican National Convention, to actually spread positivity, to give hopefulness to the nation, to give a sense of unity and cohesiveness. That's what you saw at our convention. You're not getting the same thing at the DNC. Why? Because they have no plans outside of the destruction they've already caused here in America. They're just going to double down on that. Have you liked the last 3.5 years with Kamala and Joe in office? Because that's what you'll get with Kamala Harris, but even worse, because her plans are even dumber and more destructive than what they've already done to this country. Don't take my word for it. Go look up the economics plan like we just talked about from last Friday. Disaster. Spells disaster for America. There's a lot of Trump bashing. I think the first night they mentioned Donald Trump's name, if I'm not mistaken, 153 times. And then the second night, they mentioned Donald Trump's name 147 times. So I like the trend there. I like that we're decreasing it. Because after all, isn't this about their convention? Isn't this about their plans? Shouldn't they be talking about their candidates? No, they're obsessed with Donald Trump. It's been Trump bashing, Trump hating, negative, nasty, and really just a lot of platitudes, vibes, a lot of emotion evoking speeches. Nothing to do with making your life better. No plans out there that anybody has given at all in terms of how they're going to fix the mess. They'll talk about the mess all day. Hey, guess who caused that? Kamala and Joe. Yeah, that's right. So if you like that, then I think you'll be really jazzed for the last night of the DNC. I think you'll be really jazzed for a 4-year term of Kamala Harris and Tim Walz. I think it's probably going to be pretty bad. Kamala will be scripted, though. She's going to be on that teleprompter. Like we said, she'll read it. Put it up there. She'll read it. She's like Ron Burgundy. Just whatever they put up there, she's going to spout it out. But I imagine it's going to be dark. It's going to be Trump hating, Trump bashing, Trump lies about Republicans. That's all they really operate in. So I would say pop your popcorn, but maybe get a box of tissues and a barf bag instead, because that's pretty much how most people have been feeling as they've been watching this. Just a full-blown train wreck, but love it for you guys. Way to go, DNC. Also love that you're not even staying on time, but I digress. That's how you run the country as well. Ours was on time. Okay, final question. What can citizens do now to prevent voter fraud in November? Hey, funny you asked me, co-chair of the RNC. Guess what? The #1 focus we've had at the RNC since day one of my time as co-chair alongside Michael Watley, our chairman, protectthevote.com. That is the website. I just mentioned it, but this is something everyone can do. We'll make sure we put you to work either as a poll watcher. We'll train you to be a poll worker, and we need this right now because you have all of these Democrat-run states and cities who are trying to prevent our people from being installed as poll watchers, like most recently Wayne County, that's Detroit, Michigan. Yeah, why wouldn't you guys allow our poll workers in there? It's a great question. Stay tuned for what's going to happen on that one because we will be seeking legal action. But they're afraid, it seems, to have people in the room every time a vote is cast and counted. Why? If this is a free, fair, and transparent election, you should feel good about everybody being there as a poll watcher and poll worker. You should feel great about our legal experts being in the room as well. The only reason I can imagine somebody would not want us to have our people in the room as well, you're supposed to have an equal balance of Democrats and Republicans working in these locations, yet they're not doing that in places like Wayne County. Want to know the most recent numbers? 2,300 Democrats, and they only accepted 50 Republicans. Now, we sent them nearly 700 people to add as possible poll workers. They chose 50. Wonder why you do that. I can only imagine that it's because some nefarious activity is underway and they don't want people watching it. We need you watching it. We are seeking legal action, and we will make sure we have people in Wayne County, Maricopa County, Clark County, all over the country, everywhere it matters. We need you on the team. That's what you can do this November. And by the way, starting as soon as early voting in your area begins, a lot of places it'll start in a couple of weeks, and we've got to have people working then as well. It's going to take everybody to win this election, to move past all the crazy that the Democrats are throwing out there, and we know there's a lot of it. So please come be part of our team, protectthevote.com. Okay, that's going to do it for us for this episode of Lara Trump, Wanted for Questioning, with this very cool Miami vibe going in the back. Not quite the same vibe you're getting at the DNC. I'm sorry about that. This is much more cheerful, much more party atmosphere, much more positive. But God bless us all for the last night. Can't wait for that one to be over. And we'll see you back here next time for more of Lara Trump, Wanted for Questioning.
Nothing is worse than being on a phone call that drops. Nothing is worse than trying to text someone and you can't reach them because your phone is out of service range. And nothing is worse than supporting these major corporations and companies who don't support us. That is why I love Patriot Mobile. They are America's only Christian conservative wireless network. They use every cell tower out there available to all networks so that they have the greatest 4G and 5G coverage nationwide, and they support the causes that are important to us as conservatives. If you go today to patriotmobile.com/Lara Trump and use the promo code Trump, you will get free activation today. Again, that is patriotmobile.com/Lara Trump. The promo code is Trump for free activation so that you can get a great cell plan and feel good about doing it.